What's good, y'all? So, what's next for Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs? Also, the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence saga. I don't know what's next, man. We hearing that Callum Smith is likely next. He said he's ready for the fight. Callum Smith at 168. I think Demetrius Andrade it depends on how he do against Selecki. I think if he's in there in a tough fight, I don't think he's going to turn around and fight again in September. I think he should if he can get Selecki out of there early. I think he should, but knowing Demetrius Andrade, he's not going to want to turn around and fight again right away and fight a big fight like Canelo. And then, to be honest with you, man, Canelo Alvarez is at the top of his game right now. He's looking like he's on another level. Even if he don't stop a guy, it's going to be hard to beat Canelo Alvarez because he's just so good defensively. He has a good chin. I mean, he fully understands the game now. So it's going to be super hard to beat Canelo Alvarez. And these guys, like Danny Jacobs, for example, just standing in front of him, letting him, do what he got to do, making him look real good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real hard to beat this guy. And now that I look back on it and watch the fight again and, got some sleep because over the weekend I'd be tired as hell. Danny Jacobs, I don't feel he really gave it his all, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe Canelo is just really that good, which I think he is. But at the same time, I can't help but to feel that Danny Jacobs didn't really press him like he should have. I think that maybe Danny Jacobs really is on a decline. He hasn't looked really good since the Golovkin fight. He's been on a slight decline ever since, it seems like. But, you always want to give a guy the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's one of these guys that, fights to level his opponents or whatnot. But in the Canelo Alvarez fight, he kind of let it. He didn't. I don't think he gave it his all. I don't think he was listening to his corner well. He kept going from southpaw, and he just didn't look good in the southpaw stance. He didn't throw his right hand nearly enough. That's his strongest punch, and he didn't throw it. He didn't really. There's a lot of things he could have did that he didn't do, and hopefully he's satisfied with the outcome truly, because a lot of people isn't, and that's another thing with these other guys, man. Like, I don't know. We got to know if you're going to face Canelo Alvarez, you got to go up in there and really go in there to win. You know what I'm saying? You can't go up in there pussyfooting around or you will lose. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man. What's next with Danny Jacobs? I don't know. Maybe a Charlo fight. Maybe, I doubt he fight Andre right at this point now. They're friends, and they said they won't fight each other unless there's a lot of money on the table. So, I don't see that happening. I don't know. Maybe he'll go up to 168 and campaign there. Maybe 160 was getting really hard for him, and it kind of hinders his performance a bit. But we'll see, man. We'll see what's next with Danny Jacobs. I think 168 is a good idea. He's a big middleweight. He wanted to cut as much weight. He wanted to go through all these little weight clauses and fucking all this other bullshit. So we'll see how that goes for him. But Canelo, what's next for him? Me personally, I would like to see him against Andrade next, but that's all depending on how Andrade feels after the Selecki fight. The fight is literally at the end of June 29th. So I doubt he's going to turn around. He could do it, but he's be pushing it. You know what I'm saying? And knowing Demetrius Andrade from the past, he seems to want to get a full camp and rest and shit like that too. So we'll see what happens, man. He might step up, because if not, he's going to have to wait till next year. Man, a lot can happen from now and shit like that. But yeah, so we got more shit about the Terrence Crawford. Seemed like that was big talk amongst the community. The Terrence Crawford Errol Spence saga. That damn near overshadowed the Canelo Alvarez thing fight for a minute, it seemed like. So Errol Spence came out and said something about the Canelo fight, and he hasn't received offers, and all this other stuff. And Terrence Crawford was with Ellie Seckback in the interview, saying that the fight ain't gonna happen because he ain't no B-side. Bob Arum don't run him, Al Heyman don't run him, Errol Spence don't run him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna fight when he want to fight, basically. I think a lot of people took that the wrong way. And that's probably why Terrence Crawford don't like to do interviews. You know, a lot of the pro Spence guys spun it to a whole different narrative where I seen it as, you know what I'm saying, like basically, hey motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, you ain't about to just flex on the A side, B side. You know what I'm saying? Like just fight 50-50, mile down the middle. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna just B side me. You know what I'm saying? Then we got another Terrence Crawford posted today on his social media that pretty much he's just sitting here waiting for these guys to step up to face him. And then he had hashtag, you know, unified titles, Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Errol Spence. He had their initials and shit with the hashtags. Pretty much calling them all out. Like, hey, man, like, any of y'all ready to fight, I'm here. So, you know, Terrence Crawford is ready to fight. He's actually going out of his character a bit. He don't necessarily call guys out or anything like that. That's not really his style, but he's doing it. So, you know, first guys was saying that, you know, Terrence Crawford ain't saying nothing. He don't really want to fight. But now that he's really pressing on the gas, next the new narrative is going to be, oh, he's looking desperate out here and all this other shit. But then if he don't say shit, oh, he's going to be fighting bums like Boo Champion, whatever his name is and shit, and Mean Machine and all these other guys. So Terrence Crawford is in a position to where he can't win for losing. You know what I'm saying? If he fights another guy, he's like, oh, well, he ain't fighting nobody, blah, blah, blah. Or if he try to fight these guys, oh, well, he's desperate. He should have signed with Bob Arum. It's all kinds of excuses, man, when your favorite fighter's getting the pressure put on him, man. It's pathetic. It's sickening. And that's why I backed off of riding with certain fighters 100%. Man, I got to really see how you moving out here now. Because a lot of these fighters act like they want to smoke and doing all this and that and other. And then next thing you know, it's a whole different song. You know? So, yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. If this fight gonna happen, who knows? But at this point, Terrence Crawford should fight whoever he wants. Errol Spence and Sean Porter fight, that fight still hasn't officially been made or announced yet. We heard about it about damn near 2 weeks ago. Still ain't really nothing, you know, solid yet. Maybe they working on it. They say it's easier to make these fights, but apparently, obviously, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit should have been made already. You know, the Pacquiao-Thurman fight should have been made already. You know what I'm saying? So they really just playing games. When you got a guy like Terrence Crawford out here calling you for all the smoke, you beat Terrence Crawford, you pretty much take his spot as number one pound for pound guy. You know what I'm saying? And nobody really wants to take that title. Nobody wants to be known as the best in the sport. Nobody wants to be known as the guy who beat the best in the sport or one of the best in the sport, however you rate them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do any of that, man. Everybody wants to play business, man. And then you got fans protecting them behind the business. And it's really going to prevent a lot of these fights from happening. But, yeah, man, that's all I got. Just made a quick little video real quick. I'll be having more soon. Thank you all for the support. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.